Hello, my beautiful family of love and light. Welcome to Just Spirit It. Thank you for joining me. My name is Elizabeth. I hope you're doing well. Collective, Mercury has finally gone direct. It's still going to take a couple of days for the energies to clear out, but it has finally gone direct. Um, what I could say about this past Mercury retrograde, that it has really messed with me, and it still is just a little bit. It has improved, but I have learned a lot. I have really paid attention to things that I usually don't. I've become aware of some important things in my life, and you know what? I am ready to acknowledge them, heal it, and release the fuck out of it come April 29th, full moon energy. Because, I am so grateful for this time, for this past Mercury retrograde. Even though it has, really put me on my ass, it was for a reason. It was for me to see the truth in something that I was not seeing, something I couldn't see, something I didn't want to see. And um, that is my, personal lesson, personal journey with this past Mercury retrograde. And, I didn't think that I was going to come out of it like this, or I didn't think it was going to get that deep, but it did. And I'm just ready. I'm ready to acknowledge it, heal it, and release it. And especially with this new moon yesterday, with the new moon in Aries, you know it's a new beginning, it's a fresh start. So if you have anything that you want to start or begin, these energies now, if when you start it now from here until the 29th, those energies are very powerful. This new moon energy is very powerful, and it's a potential for a big success. So whatever you've been wanting to start or begin, it can be anything, self-improvement, or your career, a project, a relationship, changing relationships, whatever it is. um, there's potential and possibility, huge possibility for it to be a success. So, what we are doing today is the daily affirmation and guidance. So, I have a couple of decks here. We have the little reminders, the law of attraction. We have here the Earth Wisdom Oracle deck for the more physical earth, mundane energy, what we can work on, on ourselves, our physical. And then the Archangel Oracle to see what the archangels have going on for us, what we can work on, and, you know, how they are watching over us, protecting us. And yeah, so I like to use these. These are very helpful in starting your day, or, just reminders of that it's going to be okay, reminders of what you are trying to get to, reminders of what you're trying to put out into the universe and get back. So with affirmations, I always say you say it, see it, believe it, and trust it. Say it with everything you got. See it by visualizing each detail, trusting it that it's going to come back to you, and believing that you deserve it, because you do. Okay, and you can say them at least 3 times to get the energy, going. But you can say it all day if you want. I like to say that, if you need a reminder, say it when you need a reminder if your ego's starting to, bother you, or especially when you are happy. So that way you have that positive energy, you're aligning with that positive energy, and you're sending it out that way. So that way it can come back to you with just as much positivity. So we're going to start off by asking Spirit, what is our daily affirmation for April 16th, 2018? Dear beautiful Spirit, I please ask for a divinely guided affirmation for the collective for April 16, 2018. Beautiful Spirit, what is a daily affirmation for the collective to utilize for their greatest and highest good? Thank you, Spirit. All right. Beautiful. Universe. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes. Universe is always listening. Universe is a conscious, creative, energy. What we send out comes back to us. And, universe is saying, I really feel like this is saying, we all have a part in it. We all can work together and make it that much stronger. We each have our own individual path, but we are all going, trying to get to the same place. We're all trying to get to our happiness, our truth. And we make up the universe. We are part of the universe. It says here, the universe will show me the right path to take to reach my goal. So I feel like, the universe aligns us to people, places, situations. Like I always say, each person in each situation is there for a reason. They are there to help us, even if it doesn't seem that way, even if we have a fallout with them, or we just, if some people just don't like each other, they are there for a reason. They, it's a mirrored effect. Whatever you are seeing outside of you is a reflection of what is within, and that is how you heal yourself. That is how you are seeing your truth, or getting to your truth, by accepting, understanding, trusting, and believing. So I feel like what this is, we all have to work together. We all are in it together. Each person that crosses your path is important. They are important in your individual journey. They are there to sort of guide you and lead you, because if it's someone that is helping you, someone that is there for you, you're going to want to keep going. Like, everyone is a motivator, whether they are someone that you don't get along with, a stranger, or someone that and you do get along with. Everyone is a motivator. Everyone helps you or assists you to get to your truth and get you onto the path that is for you. I'm just really feeling like the motivation, people in general, like, I know that we always say, especially like I feel like the spirituality now is like just being by yourself, or being not engaging with others, or engaging with others who have lower energy. Like, I don't feel that way. I feel like we have to engage with every type of different people to not only learn about ourselves, but also to help them be aware of themselves as well. We are all a motivator in each other's lives, whether we know it or not. I feel like everyone just has a purpose in each other's life, whether we know it or not. Just like, for example, music, how it motivates people. They feel it motivates them. It speaks to their soul. Well, music, yes, is music, but there is a person behind that music. Somebody motivated that person to do the music, whether it was somebody who didn't, get along with them, or someone who was for them. you know, that person who made that music had those different experiences and moments with different kind of people to help them to even get on that journey to write the music or to be in that music. So everyone is a motivator. Everyone is in your life for a reason. Whether you cross, you know, whoever crosses your path, whether it's just for a second, a year or years, whatever it is, I feel like universe is saying, you're all in this together. No one can just do it by themselves. We have to acknowledge everyone, and that is what the love is all about. Love is understanding and accepting. We don't have to, I'm not saying like, you have to go and be friends with everybody. There's people that's not going to get along, but I feel like, you know, use that as you be the leader and show them that it's okay. You don't have to, like me, or we don't have to get along, but we are, we have to be aware that we coexist together. I just feel like it's all about, being aware of each other and helping each other, assisting each other to get to where we are going, to get to our own path, whether we realize it or not. Each person has their own star. Each person has their own dream, their own hope. And I feel like, you know, we all have a part of each person's individual journey, so that way they can get to their star and we can get to our star. So that's what I'm feeling with that card. Yeah, I feel like it's all about, how we co-create our life. We co-create our lives with the universe. But I feel like, we also co-create with each other. I don't feel like we can, do it without one another. We can't. We all depend on each other in a certain way to help, each other get to our own path. And here we had pop out, remember who you are. This is Archangel Michael. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. So again, I feel like this is just, reminding that everybody is powerful and creative. Everybody is powerful and creative. And, we have to remember who we are, as an individual. But also remember that the other person, the other people are also powerful and creative individual, And I just really feel like this message is just for us to remember that we are one, we are love, and we are, part of this grand universe. We are the universe, we co-create with the universe. And I feel like there's a lot of us, trying to figure that out. I feel like we are being kind of led to just figure this out on our own, or wanting to do it by ourselves, not engaging with, oh, they have low energy or they have bad energy. Of course you have to be careful. There are those who don't have good intentions. There are those who will, harm you. I'm not saying that, we gotta, allow that or anything. No, what I'm saying is that, we can't let anyone get us down, but we also have to take the stand to, I feel like, make them aware and understand that, it's okay to not all be the same, but we all are going to, we all have to go through our own journey to get to our star. Everyone is trying to get to their path. And I just feel like, we have to keep each other aware, and we are, just understanding that we are all one. We have to be aware of, you know, of each other and how we actually help each other. Because I feel like that's the only way that we are ever going to, overcome some of the stuff that is going on. I know it may be like a long shot. I know I may sound like, like, oh, I want how those models or the Miss America, I want world peace, shit like that. But it really is. I feel like Spirit is saying, like, don't forget, like, don't give up. Like, even if you have, like, people who don't like you, or if you have people that like you, like, you just love everybody. You have to treat everyone the same. I don't know, I'm getting a bunch of messages, but I just really feel like they're saying is like, remember who you are, and show others who they are. Like, by you remembering who you are, they will also remember who they are, because we are, we're all one. We're all trying to get to our star, which is in the, the universe, which is us, basically. So I just feel like, since it says there, the universe will show me the right path to reach my goal. So, everyone is saying that, and I just feel like a lot of you are going to come across people who may or may not agree with you, may or may not, support you, or things like that. But you are going to have to, I feel like, take that leadership role and just be aware of who you are, and that's going to help them, or help them even if they don't understand or they don't know. Even if you're not aware of it, it's going to help them, be aware of who they are and remember who they are. I know I feel like my words are jumbled and mumbled, but that's what I'm really picking up from here. It's just like believing in yourself, remembering who you are, aligning with your truth, and that will help them find their truth. Just knowing that we are all one. We're all trying to, get somewhere. But we can't do it without one another. I hope that's you. I hope you guys understand that. Dear beautiful spirit, I please ask for a divinely guided affirmation. I ask for a divinely guided message for the collective for April 16th, 2018. Beautiful spirit, what is a divinely guided message for the collective for April 16th, 2018? Thank you, spirit. Clarity. Blessed sight. So I feel like what they're saying, be clear of who you are. Have that clarity of who you are, of how, where you are trying to go, and that's going to help everyone have clarity. I don't know if it's just in your individual life, or I feel like some of you are coming into, like, are going to be somewhere where you are in a group of people where you're going to have to, I feel like, communicate with a group, or communicate with, with individuals around you. feel like you are going to have to try and help them to understand, be aware of what you are trying to tell them or what you are trying to show them or something, where you are going to have to take that leadership role, or you're going to have to, be talking to people. I feel like there's going to be heavy communication around you. And it may be of, like the universe and how the world works, how the energies are, and even it's going to be something that is out of this world. If any of you are relating to that, I feel like this is, or if this is going to be a subject that you're talking to people about, that is something that is maybe either brand new to them, something that maybe a creative idea, a project that you are building towards, that you're working towards, and you're trying to get people to understand what your vision is, yeah. I feel like, I'm really feeling like someone is going to be speaking in front of a lot of people, or around a lot of people, trying to get their idea across, trying to help them to become aware, to understand what you're saying. And I feel like you are going to have to raise your energy. You're going to have to be that positive light. You have to, assume that leadership position. Because when you do that, you're going to connect with your higher self. You're going to bring that energy down, and, so that way I feel like everyone can have that clarity. You're bringing those energies in with you. You see how they're sharing all of that. And I feel like that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be in a situation where you're going to have to get everybody on the same page. Like I said, this may be a new idea that you maybe have thought about or creating. Maybe it does have to do with, the metaphysical stuff, or astrological things, or science, or something where people need to be able to understand and be aware of. And I feel like, you can't give up. Don't have doubt. Raise your energy. Know that you are powerful and creative, and what you're doing is going to help, everybody have that clarity. And this can be really big because the universe is behind you. The universe is setting this up. You have manifested this idea, or this creative project, or whatever this is for you. Where a lot of people are going to have clarity. A lot of people are going to be affected in a good way, I wish y'all can see it, but I don't think that you can see it. There's somebody here that they're hovered around. Some look like they need help, and they are coming to him for that help. They're gathering around him. They're, I feel like they're, getting clarity from him, or, becoming aware of what he's saying, because they don't understand yet, but they will once they understand, or once he gets them to understand and be aware, they will have that clarity. So for some of you, I feel like you are in a very leadership, or maybe you're a spiritual advisor. I feel like this universe and spirit is really connecting with you. You may have some, psychic abilities, or some kind of healing powers that you are going to be called to, to be needed for. And people may not understand at first, but they will. They will have that clarity, Where's that other card at? They will have that blessed sight. You will have that you know, finally see that blessed sight, which is clarity to me. Oops. You know, I feel like even though you are, you may feel alone on this, you know, you may feel like you're the only one who understands, but Spirit is saying, you know, remember that you are powerful, you are loving, and you are creative. You are loved. You are very loved. So, you know, you may be doing something where, like I said, people are going to, where they don't understand, where you're going to be either talking to them, showing them something, maybe healing, or just something, like I said, out of this world maybe, or just because they don't understand at first. But, you know, they will have that clarity once you start showing them, and then everyone will come together. This is going to be, I feel like, healing for everyone, or just an awareness for everyone. And you are being backed by the universe, you know, to do this. You're being called to do this. Just trying to see if I get any more messages. I feel like they're trying to tell me I might have to use another deck to get like a little bit more clarity for you. So I made to pull one more affirmation from the Little Reminders, the Law of Attraction. Dear beautiful spirit, I ask for divinely guided affirmation for the collective, for clarity, insight, and guidance. Beautiful spirit, what is a divinely guided affirmation for the collective to use for the greatest and highest good? Thank you, spirit. Getting more people in here. So we have grounding. Ground yourself. So it says, I center and ground myself despite emotional upset around me. So, you know, I'm really feeling, you know, just remember who you are. This may, I feel like, you know, whoever this is connecting to, you're going to be in a position where you're going to have to raise your vibration. And whoever you're around, even if it's just one person, but I feel like you're going to be around, you know, you're going to be put in a position where you are around a lot of people, where you're going to have to, you know, help assist them to understand, to be aware, to have clarity on what you are trying to say. This can be in any area of your life. You know, you're going to really have to help them to understand, and I feel like they're going to have that awareness as well. You know, you are going to come together with whatever you are trying to do, you know, but you have to remember that you are a loving and powerful, creative, you know, spiritual being. You can do this, and they will understand you. You know, ground yourself. Really, I feel, you know, raise your vibration, but keep yourself grounded. You know, I really feel like you are going to have a lot of patience. with that parrot here, I feel like that's, you know, that's the communication that you're going to be in. Yeah, it may seem hard at first, but you will get through it. You'll have that clarity. It's going to be something very powerful. It's beautiful. Look at that. Let's read the what it says in the guidebook. Yeah, in the guidebook for clarity. It's number 17 in numerology is 8. So 8 is, you know, it's the number of infinity. The symbol of infinity. Also growth, understanding. What's the other one? I want to say building. So 17, clarity. It says, okay, with this deck, there's, since it's like, you know, like I said, a earth deck, you know, on the physical plane, on the earth, you know, in your surroundings, they have a herb that you can meditate or use for clarity, and they also have a stone, a crystal that you can use to help bring this energy into your life. So it says peppermint clears the mind, encourages communication between both individuals and groups, and enhances perceptions. So, you know, if when you find yourself in this position, when you're going to speak with somebody, when you're going to speak to that group, you know, that group of people where you have to, you know, get them to understand this may be a new creative idea, a project you're working on, something to do with healing maybe. Use peppermint. You know, it's a herb. Look for it. I think you can find it in, you know, any metaphysical shop, maybe farmer's market, even the nurseries. They have peppermint herbs. I want to even say maybe even like the natural food stores. So peppermint, the herb plant peppermint, clears the mind, encourages communication between both individuals and groups, and enhances perception, clarity. Okay, fluorite is the stone. It says repairs and restructures broken systems. So whatever you are trying to get across, you know, whatever you are trying to explain, and maybe, you know, trying to fix a system, or maybe you're trying, you know, you're trying to make something better, you're creating something or building something, or, you know, just trying to make something better for, you know, people, or for the person, or for yourself, or for the group. You know, you're fixing something, you have an idea, or whatever you're communicating to them, you know, it's to help, to assist it, to help fix it, if that is, you know, if that is the case, you know, to help rebuild it. It says clarity requires the removal of unnecessary thoughts combined with enhanced perception. Clear your mind of wounds and biases, and open to the idea of seeing new connections and fresh ways of thinking. The result will be the ability to make what feels like genius level decisions, no matter how apparently complex the situation. And this is the affirmation. My mind is clear. Wounds, prejudices, and biases do not influence my responses or my thoughts. I am able to perceive the world around me clearly. So just like what I was saying in the beginning, you know, whether people like, you know, people get along or not, we are all motivators. We are all in each other's lives for a reason. Whether we just cross paths for a second, you know, or in each other's lives for years. We each have a star that we are trying to get to, but we each need each other to get to that star. No matter if it's our own individual path, you know, we still need one another to be able to embark on that path. whether, we get along or not. And I'm not saying to allow people who hurt you or anything into your life like that, but just saying, like, you have to be aware of who you are, and it will help them to be aware of who they are. They will have clarity. So I feel like there's two different messages here. A couple different ones, but the two that are sticking out, you may be someone who's going to be talking to someone, a group, or a lot of people for a new idea, a creative idea, business idea, something where you are going to have to get them to be aware, understand, and have clarity. They're saying, remember who you are. When you know who you are, you're confident of who you are, you trust and believe in yourself, then everyone will have that clarity. They will have that clarity because you trust in yourself, and that energy I feel like that energy is going to, go around, permeate everyone, and it's going to be something big. Everyone's going to have that clarity. Everyone's going to understand, and it's going to be for something big. Just ground yourself, believe in yourself, whatever the communication is. So I know that's, two different messages there, or a couple different messages there, but I feel like the whole point is, just remembering who you are, remembering that we all have a role in each other's lives. Whatever we are trying to communicate, whatever we are trying to get across, we have to be aware of what it is that we are communicating, so that way we can help others to understand. And when we are sure of ourselves, they will be sure of not only themselves but of you as well too. And then everyone can, have that clarity. Everyone can, embark on their own individual journey, having that clarity, having that awareness, being grounded. So for someone, or for some of you out there, I feel like you are going to be put in a situation where it's going to be a big task. You're going to have to assume, like I said, that leadership role, and really stand your ground. Remember who you are, be confident in yourself, and listening to your guidance, and really bringing that forth in to your energy, and sending that energy out into wherever you're speaking, or wherever you're doing, with people. And it will be, everybody will have clarity. It'll be successful. I feel like for some of you, this is going to be, you're going to be in a position where people are going to come to you for advice, where they're going to get their awareness from, and their clarity, maybe even their hope. And I feel like, universe has set this up for you. The universe has your back on this. This is something that you are supposed to be doing. Again, the herb for clarity, if you want to, I feel like a week before, meditate with this herb plant, with this crystal. You could even, print a picture of the peppermint herb and the crystal off of the internet and meditate with that. That also brings in that energy. So peppermint clears the mind, encourages communication between both individuals and groups, and enhances perception. Fluorite repairs and restructures broken systems. Affirmation: my mind is clear. Wounds, prejudices, and biases do not influence my responses or my thoughts. I am able to perceive the world around me clearly. Okay. The universe will show me the right path to take to reach my goal. I center and ground myself despite emotional upset around me. Remember who you are, Archangel Michael. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. Okay, collective? I hope that this resonated with you. I hope that, it can assist you in your day. I thank you for joining me. I will be back again tomorrow with, a different set of affirmations. So if you would like to join me then as well, I thank you, all my subscribers. Please like and share. And may you receive this with lots of faith, love, and hope. And remember, just spirit it. Thank you.